I feel like I'm mentally strong. So like I don't let much defeat me. You know what I mean? Like I don't allow it to defeat me.
Yeah.
Like I have moments where it's like, damn, why isn't this working out? Or what can I do to make this work? Or I can post content forever. But I can't be 50, 60 years old doing videos of, when a girl comes up to you and you get nervous. Like, it's like, bro, you're 50. Like, you should be able to have a conversation with a woman. But you have to be able to adjust. So, like, if I'm doing comedy videos for the rest of my life, it's going to be where I'm at in my life at that point. When it comes to stand-up, like, I want to be able to say, like, I understood that. I understood why he said that is because of like, really understanding the craft. There's
formulas.
Yeah, there's formulas. You have to learn the right, you know, you got the premise, you got the setup, you got the punchline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't even know that. I mean, I knew it, but I didn't
like to
know
actually
it.
structure it consciously.
Like, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I knew what it was without knowing what it was, if that makes sense.
You've been doing it for years in your videos. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Inspire to Inspire podcast, the #1 place for actors, filmmakers, and content creators around the world. On today's episode, we got one of my good friends that's been in the business for over a decade. He's actually considered a vet in the social media game, building an audience of thousands to millions around the world from people watching him. He's a comedian. He's an actor. He's a little bit annoying, but I love him anyway. My friend, Oscar Miranda. What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? That took 5 takes, by the way.
It took 5 takes. It did. But you know what, though?
So who's the real annoying one?
I'm
just sitting here like this.
You know what's crazy, though?
What?
When they watch it, they're only going to see the first take, so it's going to be so smooth.
And I'm going to come out like a liar. They'll be like, that's not
Why
true.
you going to call me out?
Yeah, you're right. My
See,
fault.
this is me and Oscar's relationship. We always talk shit. He always tries to bust my balls. I'm tired of it.
That's crazy.
I have a question for
What's
you.
up, baby?
What's up,
good,
man?
baby?
What's up? What's up, man? So,
chilling.
Look, you know, over the years, bro, you've been doing your thing. You really set your mark for comedy and being an actor and what you want to do and been building. So I just want to ask you with the first question, bro. Like, where did it all start? Like, what's your why? Like, how did comedy, acting, how did that even fall into your realm?
Damn, bro. Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude.
Love your place. This is what, your bedroom?
Yeah, dude. This is actually the smaller one, the king size bedroom.
Oh, the smaller bed. This is the guest room.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We've been grinding, bro.
Yeah, I like
Inspire
it.
to inspire, you know what I'm saying? Racking up them dollars.
Is the podcast doing that well?
Man, it's doing great.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
right
crazy.
now. I know. It's nice,
Yeah.
right?
All right, back to me. How'd I start, right?
Yeah.
Well, bro, I've always been like the class clown. So in school, I was always like the funny one. You can ask that's how I bagged her over there with the jokes. You know what I mean? I was always like
Talking about his fiance is in the course.
That was always the funny one, bro. So like I always knew I was funny, like or felt like I was funny. And then my pops actually wanted to be an actor when I was a kid.
Dope.
So he did a lot of extra stuff. But I mean, it didn't work out for him. He just focused on getting an actual career, like at that time an actual career, right? And then one day I decided I want to act. You know, I had a 2-month-old son, got fired from working security.
How old were you when you had your first son?
I was 19.
Damn,
Yeah,
early.
19. Yeah, he's 10 now. In like 2 weeks, he's 10.
Latinos gotta slow down, boy.
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
He was 10, and then we just had our daughter. She's 8 months. So
That's beautiful.
we slowed down for 10 years.
Facts.
But yeah, man, just wanting to be funny or you know, play characters on camera. I wanted to do that. So once I found out I can do that through social media, YouTube, I was like, let's do it. But then at that point, I found out about Vine, and I was like, let me see what's going on. And to me, Vine was just easy. It was just 6 seconds and let's go. You know what I mean?
So my thing is this: it's like comedy, in my opinion, is a real like art form you have to learn how to like really master. And I know that, for example, you, Ricky, Danny, you guys been doing these open nights, right? For comedy, stand-ups, and you guys are putting your reps and your repetition. But I know as an actor, similar to comedy, it has to, there's always like a root, right? And for me, I'm always curious on where does your comedy stem from? So for example, I know Jim Carrey used to tell his story on that his comedy actually stems from areas where he felt broken in. So he wanted to find the joy in those areas they felt broken because you want to make it funny, So every comedian I feel like has like the thing. Where does that like stem from you,
I think me, bro, it was never really like like an outlet to let me feel happy somewhere because I had a good childhood. I was never really sad or depressed, right? I think for me it was more just having fun, man, and like really, really like I love to make people laugh. Like when with that feeling when you say a joke or makes or whatever it is and someone laughs at it. Genuinely not making funny, like they laugh at it because that was funny. That feeling is like dope. Like if you feel really good.
Yeah.
But aside from that, bro, it's just like really cheering people up. Like if I could cheer someone up, like to me that's a win. I've had a lot of people say like, yo, your videos have made me happy throughout the years or cheered me up throughout. Like I've had people say that my videos or comedy has saved their lives somehow. Wow. And I'm just like, I always feel like, not to discredit it, but I always feel like it's just something nice that you're saying. Because I guess I can't like wrap my mind around me being able to do that. And if it's true, that's dope. Like I never thought I'd be able to do something like that with just putting my comedy on camera. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's for me, it's more of just having fun and trying to, I guess, inspire to inspire. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I think that's really dope because, hopefully I can get you to try to see this perspective. The reason why I feel like it is true if somebody's saying that, because you have a lot of people out here that are spending a lot of time online, right? And what that creates is comparison. And sometimes that can make people feel insecure. That can make people feel like they're not good enough. Or sometimes people could just be having no relation to this at all and dealing with so much on the outside that this is their escape. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool hearing those type of statements, and I don't want you feeling surprised because you could create a skit, you could create a video that can make somebody laugh for the first time that day.
Yeah, that's true. See, like I don't,
you know what I'm saying?
I think my thing is too, bro, like I don't give myself enough credit. Like, and I'm told that a lot. Like, I don't give myself enough credit. So, like, when I think of that, I'm like, nah, there's no way.
Well, because you know why? I feel like that's the inward humility in you. You know what I'm saying? I, for the past, 8-9 years now that I've known you, bro, I feel like you've always been so consistent in your energy, your inward humility, and just how you treat people. You treat people with, like, the way you want to be treated. But I don't know. I just catch myself and, like, I ask myself at times, like, why do I watch comedy? Yeah. And a lot of times for me, bro, it's like, I just need to laugh, bro, and that it creates a sense of like letting go. It creates like a sense of, let's not make the situation I'm currently dealing with my entire day. You know what I'm saying? Let me have. So that's why I find comedy such a beautiful thing, bro. Now I guess hearing how you grew up and you're like, I just wanted to have fun. And I just had a joy, and I feel that from you because even whenever we create together, we work, bro. You're just naturally so like fun based. And you like to make everybody laugh. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure not a lot of people understand what it took you to get to that place. So meaning like, what were some of the things that you struggle with in your process of growing to who you are now, and how did you overcome that? So in terms of whether it be with rejection, if you dealt with, the concept of maybe not getting the immediate gratification of views in the beginning process when we started Vine, or lastly, what was something you struggle with, like inwardly, in terms of getting yourself confidence, Because I feel like everybody got something that they got to overcome,
Yeah, I feel, I don't know, man. That's a good question. I've actually never been asked that. That's a really good question. I feel like for me, bro, I don't know. I've always had confidence that I've never let anybody have any kind of power over me as far as like making fun of me or like I've always had thick skin, So it definitely wasn't confidence. Like, let me do this so people could respect me. It's never been that kind of angle. But I think also it's one thing about me is I like to challenge myself. So like I think one thing that I guess, what was it?
What did you struggle with? How you overcome that? Whatever that thing was,
I think it wasn't really much of a struggle. I think it was just again more of a challenge. Like, this is fun. Do it. People were making fun of me in the beginning because they're like, why are you trying to be famous? Da, da, da. So I think that maybe is like I'm gonna prove you wrong. Like I love to prove people wrong, bro. And like once I do it, I'm not the type to be like, I'm just type to be like, appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, so I think maybe that was to overcome the naysayers, I guess,
I love that you actually said that because I felt the same way when I first started acting.
Yeah.
You know, in high school, bro, I had multiple scholarships, and when I told people I want to be an actor, they're like, "Really? I mean, people come in every day for that."
Scholarships in what, sports or education?
Sports. No, sports. Yeah, not education.
What's
nah,
football?
Nah.
Yeah, no, yeah, bro.
We were C students over here.
Yeah,
but,
I was yeah.
But no, I had a full scholarship in swimming and diving. Had opportunities to go pro actually as a fighter because I was fighting amateur.
Okay.
So my dad was my coach. So just between.
Shout out Marv.
Between, you know, just those sports alone, I had opportunities to actually start a career as an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I was like, bro, I knew immediately after high school, I want to be an actor. You know, filmmaking came down the line. My dad convinced me to go to film school.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like that's such a great story that you just articulate in terms of like, I just want to prove people wrong. Because like, you know, sometimes the beginning process, that's the hardest part, bro. It's starting. Yeah. And sometimes it could be your family. It could be your friends. It could be the people closest to you that are like, what are you doing? And that makes you feel a little bit like, all right, you have to have thick skin.
Yeah, you have to.
Because they're closest to you, bro.
Yeah,
you
bro.
Know
like I had people. I remember my son was a baby, but I had people saying stuff like, "Oh, why is he trying to be famous? He should be taking care of his kid." Da, da, da. And then the person that I heard that come from, I had seen him like 2-3 years down the road, and I was like, "Oh, you know, good job." That I appreciate it, bro. You know, like knowing like that what was said about me, right? But again, I'm not one to be like, didn't you know?
Well, you always help people. You elevate your circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Like I'm not one to really hold grudges. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's something that something was said, unless it's something that's very like, I don't know, something that on some betrayal stuff, like I can't talk to you or something, then maybe. But for the most part, bro, like it was just not only to prove them wrong, but to prove myself. It's more to prove myself right. Yeah. More than prove them wrong.
And how old were you when you started Vine?
19. Yeah,
so you had just had your kid around you, huh?
Yeah, he was 2 months old. Yeah.
So that's why I want to dive into too, man. It's like, I don't know how many people know this about you, but like, bro, you're a real family man, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 kids, you got your fiance. Like, that's a different type of accountability and responsibility to handle as a man. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine how that contributed to your focus at 19 years old, having a newborn, having to provide, having to step up and do all of that. I guess moving forward now in terms of what you're doing in acting, comedy, social media, what's your big vision right now and what you want to accomplish and where you want to go in terms of like what you're working on, you know?
Bro, my angle used to be acting. Like I want to just be in movies and shows. Eventually became like, oh, okay, I think I want to direct a little too because I love directing my own stuff. Like it's different when you get to navigate your own vehicle, you know what I'm saying? Even then writing, I was like, oh, maybe some writing because I just, from doing videos on my own, I've just done it all. The writing, the acting, the directing. So I'm so used to that trio. You know what I'm saying? So that used to, entertainment used to be the angle. Now, bro, I want to be involved more into like the business side of stuff. Like I'm like, I have like 2 or 3 things that I, like right now, they're just seeds that I'm trying to like develop. So I really want to get involved in the business side of things. You know what I mean? I'd like to start my own agency for social media influencers. Dope. You know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that. Yeah. Like, you know, influencers that are just coming up that are looking for brand deals or something. You know what I mean? Like something like that. So yeah, bro, I think just still doing entertainment, still playing the creator role, but also like
in the back end.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? I think doing stuff like that and yeah, bro, just, you know, brands and building just everywhere, bro. You know what I mean?
I think that's dope because, you know, what happens is I think it creates longevity too. I feel like you're a person that likes to create opportunities for people as well because, again, for those who don't know, you know, before the strikes and stuff, Oscar directed, wrote, and produced his first short film.
You forgot starred.
I said starred.
Okay.
No?
No. Just take it back.
So before the writer's strike, Oscar starred, produced, wrote, and directed his short film that was 60 pages.
60 pages. How many pages?
59, right?
59.
59 pages. It
minus
was 59
minus
pages.
the title page.
It was like 59 pages.
It was like 59.
Yeah. And I can tell, bro, you had so much joy in the process of shooting that, bro.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
I could tell. It's like a different side of you that I feel like I saw that lit up because I feel like you're in your bag. You know what I'm saying? Doing a project that you want to do that's comedy based that you wrote, you know, that's like you feel confident, you feel happy about. Now you did that short film, like what, again, you step into this lane of now doing the back end on the business with, like you said, you're an entertainer, but you're doing the back end work with the business. You're not producing in your own productions. What's your long-term goal with this, though? Do you still see yourself doing, like, creating your own filmmaking, your own films, your own TV shows? Like, is this something you're working on right now? Even though there's a writer strike, you know what I'm saying? Just like, what was the reason? Because I know a lot of times when people create their own short films, it's to showcase.
There's a purpose,
Yeah, it's to showcase, like, a side of them that people maybe haven't seen or a skill set they haven't seen.
Bro,
you know?
Me... As from the moment I started doing videos to now, I've never been the guy. I've never been the guy.
Really?
I swear to you, I've always been like the friend of the guy.
Okay.
Or the guy or the dude that it was in the guy's video. Like I've never been the guy. So for me, it's like, bro, I gotta like I want to show people that I can carry a show, or I can carry a movie, or I can at least be the sidekick in a movie or something. You know what I mean? Like I know I can.
Yeah,
you know, like
absolutely.
For so long, bro, I've gone on auditions for one-liners or two-liners or guy 3, guy 4, friend 2, whatever. And for a long time, I'm just like, bro, I'm past that point.
Yeah.
Like, and humbly speaking, not because of where I'm at, it's just like. Yeah. Bro, I've studied, gone to classes. Like I've been doing this for so long.
Paid your dues.
I just know I can do more than just that. So I'm
Absolutely.
like, I'm sick of waiting, bro. So and also with the strike from the beginning of the year, in class, my acting teacher would be like, bro, yeah, it's gonna be slow this year because the strike might come. Da, 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 da. So immediately I was like, well, I gotta
start create
something then.
Yeah.
Like I think this is the perfect moment to do something. So I speak to Justin, my buddy DP that handled the film, and I'm like, bro, like I want to create something. You know, there's strikes happening, productions are gonna shut down. Like let's do something. So when it's up, nothing's out, and just the people just want something to watch.
Yeah,
bad. So we just did it, bro. Like, and I think it was the strike happening was the do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be so slow. Not only because you're not going out on auditions or nothing, but it's just there's going to really be nothing to watch from what I heard.
Facts.
There's just reality TV or social media. You know what I mean? So it's and also I wanted to write like a comedy that's not so censored, bro. Like I feel like comedies now are not like comedies. Like everybody's so scared to say certain things,
you can get canceled. The
and
censorship,
make certain
all the
jokes.
Shit.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
I feel like that's why I feel like I watched certain things in the 90s. And I'm like, oh, this joke is so good, but I don't know if that would work now.
I say that all the time.
Like, I don't know if that would work now, but it's so good.
Bro, I say that all the time.
I feel like people are too soft.
Bro, I say that all the time. I'm like, Superbad would not work today at all.
You think so?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Bro, they would riot if that movie was released today. Like,
I'm trying to figure out how though. Like, in what way? Like, what jokes?
Like a bunch of Fogel jokes for sure.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Fogel jokes, like just you know what I mean? Like the way they talk to each other, for whatever reason, people would find that offensive. They like, would. Oh, he's so mean.
This and that.
Yeah, bro. Like it's that timeline is the best timeline to me for comedy movies. It is like early 2000.
It is. It was so unfiltered.
Yeah, bro. So it's because it was just jokes. Like you know what I mean? Like if people were to make, I would write a joke in my own movie of someone shitting on me and how I look and just like roasting me, just because it's funny.
Yeah. Somebody
watching might not even know that I wrote that own joke to be said to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's a fact.
You know, and people will be like, "Oh, that's mean. That's body shame." It's like, no, it's fucking not, dude. Yeah, like it's a joke.
It's a joke. Is that what you've been kind of figuring out in your process of doing stand-up comedy now? Kind of figure out like where you kind of could push the edge at and where you kind of gotta like, you know, veer back a little bit.
My approach for stand-up is more. I feel like I've been doing this for 10 years, right? So I feel like my audience only knows the acting me. They don't know the me like you know me. Yeah. Like how we talk, they don't get that part. They wouldn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So like with my stand-up, my goal is to kind of reintroduce myself to people that follow me already and people that don't know me. People know I have kids. People know I'm getting married this year. People know, but they don't know like like they don't know our relationship and how we are. They don't know how my relationship with my son. They don't know how I am as a dad. They don't know how I am as a friend.
And to me, I love those stories because when I watch, like, okay, for example, I love hearing Kevin Hart talk about his kids. I love hearing Joe Corey talk about his family. So hearing already where you're going with this, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
you're good.
I'm excited to see where you go with your stand-up because that is a side that thing's gonna make a lot of people laugh on what you have to deal with, like I said, being a dad, having a fiance.
I have a joke. I haven't really like fully developed it, but like I have this joke where like even saying this, people will be like, oh, well, that's not nice.
Well, fuck that. We're uncensored here.
So like I have a joke where I say me and my fiance we've known each other for years, right? So we'll have a conversation and like call each other a bitch in the sentence, right? And so like right off top, people are like, oh well, how dare you call your girl a bitch, or why you call him? That's not respect. It's like, bro, the way is like it's not like bitch like shut up bitch. It's like a bitch wait without me, like, you know what I mean? Like, so like that's the approach, like, you know what I mean? Like people if people heard how we talk to each other, they think we were beating each other up at home. But it's just like it's
your environment. It's like I feel like people don't also understand the mindset and the mental mind frame of comedians. So that shit travels in your friend group, with your kids, with your woman. Like, so you have to like not take things so personal. I feel like that's what it is too. I feel like you have a good woman that also understands your comedy. They understand your tone. She has thick enough skin. She understands like, nah, this is not what you're saying. So it's a different frequency of like,
bro. It's just understanding that. It's
you guys make each other laugh.
Yes, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's just jokes. Like it's not. You know what I mean? Like it's not a toxic relationship. It's a fun. I feel like I'll see videos right of people commenting on relationships and they're like, oh, I can't wait for my. I'm like, bro, if you think that's what a relationship is, you are in for a fucking rude awakening, bro. Because it is not like that.
A lot more work,
bro. They think relationships are just hugs, kisses, I love you too, and hell no, bro. Like, bro, we don't even share the same blanket. Like, we have crazy. we have our own pillow and our own blanket. Like, people be like, I can't wait to cuddle. Like, you're gonna cuddle for an hour on the first day and be over the shit, bro. Like, it's not what it is.
Yeah, crazy.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, so like now with you again, you have 2 kids, you got your fiance, you're in this phase right now of showcasing. I'm saying phase because there's gonna be a point where people see you for the way you wanna. You're now re-innovating yourself. Yeah. So I feel like you're in this phase right now of innovation, and I think I want to kind of dive into that and how important that is because. One thing that I love about you is over the years, I see how you consistently innovate yourself. I think that's why you have longevity in this game. You know, what's dope is I always tell people, you know, try not to be at the mercy of somebody's yes all the time because if you don't get in the habit of creating your own things, of building your own team, of pursuing a life that you actually feel fulfilled in, when things like a strike happens, when things like a pandemic happens, you don't have anything to fall back on or to keep yourself sustainable or focused. You know what I'm saying? So nonetheless, I love that even though with these strikes going on, you're focusing on new skills. You're like, okay, let me tap into my stand-up comedy. Let me write a short film to showcase a side that people hasn't seen. And with that being said, where right now are you mentally in terms of keeping your peace and keeping your focus and doing all this while balancing a family and your entertainment? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot to balance in the sense of you have a family and you have a very successful career and there's time you have to give to both. So how do you not allow the scales to tip sometimes and to keep Oscar sane? You know?
I mean, sometimes, bro, like everybody, you'll have a small breaking point. You know what I mean? To where it's like, me personally, for the most part, I'm pretty good at balancing. I may overdo one area more than the other sometimes. I may try to do too much at one time. But for me to finally, like more recently, I've hit like 1 or 2 walls where it's like, you know what I mean? Like, well, what do I do now? Like what? Like how? If this didn't work out or this isn't working out or where can I go now? How do I? You know what I'm saying? And so like maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks go by of me like kind of like not happy Oscar, but more like pensive Oscar, or like more like, oh yeah, or like she'll be talking to me, but I'm there, but at the same time, I'm still over here like, okay, what can I do with this? What can I do with that? You know what I mean? And so, but once I'm there, like, I know this is okay. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Now it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
I just pick it up from there, bro. And it's not. Sometimes it's like it's a lot of. You feel like a lot of weight on your shoulders. You know.
Yeah.
But I just try to keep it going, bro. I just try to keep it pushing. I'm not. I think my thing too is like, I feel like I'm mentally strong. So like I don't let much defeat me. You know what I mean? Like I don't allow it to defeat me.
Yeah.
Like I have moments where it's like, damn, like what, you know, like I said, why isn't this working out? Or what can I do to make this work? Or, I mean, I can't do this forever. So where can I, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's why right now I'm more into the, even thinking of doing the whole agency thing, because like as a creator, you can't be a creator forever. Eventually I'm gonna have to stop making like funny videos. Maybe not forever, but like I'm gonna have to stop like keeping the same, because it's like, all right, you know, you've been doing it for, eventually you're gonna have to like hang them up. You know what I mean? But to do that and move to something like an agency and help influencers that are just coming up and kind of guiding them through the stuff that I went through and working with, bro, people don't even, there's creators that work with brands that don't know how much to charge, or don't know like,
they don't know the metrics.
They don't know, bro. Like I know this dude who has, or this girl, she has like 1 million followers, and she was only getting like $500 for like a post.
Wow.
And I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah,
like, That's
at least 5-10K.
At least,
bro.
And I'm like, you're crazy. So like, I see that, and I see like a lot of people, a lot of influencers that I guess you could say get taken advantage of for their lack of knowing. And I'm like, oh, bro, I could easily
help that out.
Get you 5 to 10 racks and just take off top, or take a piece of it. Like,
just like
if I could do that, then that's where I'd like to go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like more people need that anyway. I'm with A3, and they have a social media department where that's what they do. They just find brand deals for their talent, and then just take the percentage off, which is fire. Even in speaking of like what you said about, you know, not posting the same thing forever, I love that you're aware of that.
Oh yeah,
because not a lot of people are aware of that. Like for real, bro. It's like having to innovate, or having those. I feel like every creator, bro, has that time frame at some point where you say you gotta sit back and be like, okay, why isn't this working? Like, what am I doing? How can I take accountability? And what do I need to pivot and shift? You know, and those moments I feel like are where the best ideas, best businesses, the best, you know, new ventures are formed, because you spend time to marinate, you think about it, you have clarity. Even how you're like, bro, I'm not gonna be posting these same skits forever, because you know what, now you're getting to stand-up comedy, your shit might turn to a bunch of clips from your stand-up.
That's what I'm planning on doing too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and that's fresh and it's new and it's still you. It's not unauthentic.
It's like, sure, I can post content forever. But I can't be 50, 60 years old doing videos of, when a girl comes up to you and you get nervous. Like, it's like, bro, you're 50. Like, you should be able to have a conversation with a woman. Facts. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I do that, you're still doing this. Like, I see friends of mine that did Vine that do content that's kind of similar to the Vine.
And still doing
beats, that. Vine, like, not everything, but they'll do videos where it's like, it's Vine-ish, and you see people like, switch. Vine's gone, bro. Like, switch it up. Like, it's the same thing. You know. And it might work. It might not. But you have to be able to adjust. So like, if I'm doing comedy videos for the rest of my life, it's gonna be where I'm at in my life at that point. It's not gonna be me doing high school bits anymore, unless it's like I don't know, you're like a super senior or something, and I'm just old, and you know what I mean? Like, it just, you have to adjust. So it's
all that I feel like you've done though is to prepare you for this now. Because that's how I look at it in my journey, right? Where I'm like, all right, well, there's a point where I feel like I was posting on social media every day trying to grow and build. And a lot of times, sometimes I would post certain things. I would do collaborations with people, and they would perform very well. But I just felt like it was unauthentic to me.
Yeah.
I didn't feel happy. The skits has never really been my thing because, like, respectfully, I say this, like, I'm an actor. So when I say I'm an actor, it's not that there's a better or lesser than. This is the area where I spent my time in developing the skills and this craft in, and this is where I'm better at. This is where I can add more value. So if I do a TV show or a film, like, this is more my lane. Social media is another art form that takes repetition and practice and skill. And, like, there's videos I watched for years. I'm like, this was funny, but this isn't easy just to create out the womb. This is like after trial and error, figure out, okay, what works, what doesn't work.
Yeah, bro.
And figure out what that shit works.
Finding your voice, finding the right beats, finding your, you know what I mean?
And I was gonna say though, but I feel like today's society, I feel like you're aware of this now too, though. I feel like people want more real.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, everything's so fabricated now.
Yeah.
Like, people trying to not get canceled. They're not offend people. It's like, you gotta be, you know what I mean? That realness, I don't really see it much. Yeah. Especially with it. I hate calling myself an influencer. Like when people say you're an influencer, like no, I make videos. Yeah. I hate that title because you think influencer, you think, oh my God, like da da da.
That's why I introduced you as an actor and a comedian first.
Yeah, bro.
I put social media last.
Like,
you know
I think one thing too, bro, is like, I think one thing that I used to say is I want to be an actor, right? That's what I want to do. I'm doing videos. I'm acting in the videos. Oh, I'm an actor, right? Which essentially you are. Yeah. Right? You're acting. Yeah. But when you see, I'll see creators, influencers, whatever, be in a movie or a show because they're an influencer with followers. And it's just not good. Horrible.
Yeah, it's
like,
not good. It feels social media still.
Bro, yeah. And so like now, right, I'll see somebody with like 20, 30,000 followers and I'll look at their videos. It's not for me. Like, I don't think their content is directed towards me, so I don't like it. And it says actor, right? Yeah. And I have that, like, because now that I've done classes and I've put in the work and I've understood like where to be funny in certain situations and how to be funny and the type of funny and you know, like really learning
those pockets,
learning acting, bro. Like, I'm like, you ain't an actor. You know what I mean? Like, well, you're not an actor, bro. You know what I mean? Facts. So like, I get it, bro. Like, that's why I don't like to say I'm an influencer or a social media. I've never said it. Like, never, because my first acting class, my acting teacher was like, shitting on YouTubers, bro. She was like, yeah, you know, we got a bunch of YouTubers that think they're actors because they got followers, right? And I'm just there like, yeah, she's not wrong. Right? But when I went up and it's my turn to do this first piece, this comedy piece, she's like, oh my God. Like, she's like, you're great. You need some work in certain areas, but you're there. You whatever, you have it. Yeah. And she's always told me that.
I love that.
So like, to me, that gave me some kind of
that spark,
like a spark, and also like okay, you're doing it. Like you're not bad. Yeah. Like you're not. You know, there's people that try to do it, and it's like, you should stop, bro. It's not for you. You know.
Yeah. Facts.
But yeah, that's for me. That was like cool. Like I'm on the right path here. Like I know. Like I said earlier, bro, I feel like I'm just so over the 1-liner, 2-liner things. Like I feel like I've put in enough work in the business, but also into myself to where like I know what I could do. I'm confident in what I could do. You know what I'm saying? Like I can hang with a person that carries movies. You know what I'm saying?
It just takes one.
That's all it takes.
It takes. I was gonna say, it takes one. It just takes one person to see you. It takes one opportunity for all that to change. And again, this is why I feel like it's going to continue to manifest for you, bro, because, bro, you're putting in a lot of time on the back end, investing hours into the skill, into the craft that people don't see. You know, before I even got my first show with Donovan, bro, I started my journey as an actor in 2013. I got signed to my agency in 2014. I didn't start working until 2016.
Bro, it's crazy how long it takes.
Bro.
I didn't start getting actual auditions maybe like 8 to 10 years after I signed with my agent, bro. Like actual auditions.
Yeah, you're actually like,
oh, I have to prep for this.
Exactly.
Like I have to prep for this. I can't just read it and go. I have to find this character. You know what I mean? Still ain't book shit, but you know what I mean?
Hey, you be booking hella commercials though, bro.
Hey, get commercial money.
You be in your commercial bag, bro. I'm just saying that shit is nice too.
Commercials money. Even bro, but even like like that the Cheeto one that I just did with Becky G.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole thing. I had a whole bunch of lines. It was a whole. They ended up just having me chill back there, right? Mm-hmm. You'll have people say like, you were just back there. Or you had just one line, bro, relax. Bro, to even just be standing back there.
What you had to go through prior.
Is fucking hard, bro.
Hard.
To get that one word is hard. Mm-hmm. Because there's thousands of people auditioning for that word.
Exactly.
So it's like.
How do you stand out from the rest?
Dog. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's. So when people say stuff like, you just had one line or you were on there for 5 seconds, bro, those 5 seconds took me 8 to 10 years to get.
Yeah.
Like
it's crazy.
It's so competitive. Mm-hmm. It's hard, which is why like I'm thankful for social media because it kind of like separates me a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like to book stuff because of my social media because then it's I don't want to fall under that. Oh, he only got it because he has followers. Like I genuinely put in the work, bro.
I know you do. Yeah.
Like I genuinely love learning the craft. Mm-hmm. Like even on the drama side of shit, bro. Like once I started messing with drama, I'm like, oh my god. Once I get this down, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap, bro. Because once you understand like every avenue and street of drama, it's crazy.
That's how I felt about comedy.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, okay, drama, all this stuff. I feel. This is my strength.
Yeah.
Comedy is what I had to work on and what I had to develop over the years. And I'm still getting better. That's why I love being around you and the boys because there's things I learned from you guys, even just like little banter, little things. Because you guys, comedy, it forces you to think quickly on your feet, which is why I love improv because the times when we're on set, bro, which you know, when you're on set, the director might be like, yo, I love this, but can you do this? And it could be a whole different, you got to adapt. Yeah. So that's why I feel like where comedy improvisation helps me out at is the adaptability because you think quick on your feet.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking about this when you walked in here, and I want to dive into this because I feel like this is a feeling I'm addicted to, and this is why it's hard for me to do anything else in my life.
Is it sex?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Yeah, you just had the feeling you're addicted to it. So.
Yeah, dude. I've been getting into the adult world a lot more lately.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're OnlyFans now, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's
doing really well.
Yeah.
Doing really well.
Yeah. I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't explored that avenue. But
yeah, we're crushing it, man. You know, it's a really great time. You know what I'm saying? What I've been doing with my page?
Yeah.
Well, what I do is I go to and I just download one of those videos and I crop half of it so you don't think.
So they think it's you.
They think it's me.
Okay.
And I just saw my show on my page. I'm making them dollars. What's up?
That's smart.
Crazy. Hey, that would be a really good idea for anybody out there. I don't have an OnlyFans page, but if you did that, that's a great idea.
You know what I got to do is I got to find someone that looks like me.
Yeah.
Crop the head out.
Crop the head out and just.
That's it, bro. Like, this is me, but it's not.
Bruh. They're like,
oh,
hey,
man.
Come on.
Ricky.
You already wrote it down?
Put a notice for auditions.
So
they have to have a fat ass.
I have another question for you. At what point in your life were you considered the tallest person?
Never, bro. Yeah, I was cool. Until about. This is another one of my jokes too, though. I go. I was cool. I was average height until about 3rd grade, and then after that, I just became the shorter and shorter kid in the class. Dog.
I was wondering. I was like, was at any point Oscar ever considered the tallest kid?
Nah, never. But you know what I like, bro? I like when I'll take like people will come up to me and ask for a picture or whatever, and I like when like I'll take a picture with them and like I'm a little taller or the same height, and they're like, you're not that short. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like you're not that small. I'm like, I know I'm not. You know,
boots that day.
I'm like maybe to like someone that's 6 foot and above.
Yeah, 6'1" like me.
You're 5'8".
I'm definitely 6'1".
You're at least 5'8" and a half.
Stop.
You're
the cap.
for
stop the
sure
cap.
5'8".
Oscar, stop the cap.
What size is your shoe?
I'm a 10.
You're a size 7, dog. Stop lying. Stop lying. Why you don't lie to your audience, bro?
Bro, why are you capping right now? Okay. First of all, why'd you come here in your son's shorts?
Why not? They fit.
Those are way too tight in your thighs.
Do you see my legs?
They look like leggings.
I can't wear normal size shorts.
You came in briefs.
I cannot wear normal size shorts. They look like
apparently not, dude.
Look, bro.
Can we look at his legs, dude?
Bro, look. And I got good legs, so I like to show them off. What? Why don't you wear full pants? Why you got holes in your pants?
You know, because it's just a little hot out here, and I want.
So wear shorts.
I want to be professional.
All right,
relax.
All right.
All right. Anyways, back to the podcast.
Yeah.
So another serious question for you.
What's
it's
up?
actually kind of funny being actually kind of like somewhat serious with you today, because I wanted to show on this podcast, I want to show different sides of you and have the conversation. I feel like most people don't get to experience, don't get to see. Nonetheless, I do have another question for you that is actually more on the serious note, right? In terms of, okay, I know we brought this up in terms of talking about balance, right? What are things that you do on a weekly basis to keep yourself sharp and keep yourself focused?
As far as like acting or
just
making
in
videos,
general, just in general, because I always tell people, for example, like, okay, as an actor, right? I feel like we're consistently in preparation because you have to be prepared and ready for an opportunity that can come out of nowhere. I know we haven't had auditions in the past couple of months, but that doesn't mean that commercials can't pop up, print campaigns, or the things you want to create yourself. So I know for me, like a lot of like my weekly habits to keep me sharp and focused are like, I do a lot of meditation. I like to read. I like to work out. I do these things where in the morning, I make sure to service myself before I service everybody else throughout the day.
Like what? Like what?
So, for example, like when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I'm doing is I like to make up my bed because it's like a task. Like I got to just get down to the first task. And then I go in the shower. I give myself 5 to 10 minutes of mindful meditation. Just waking up, giving gratitude, start off my day like thinking in terms of like, yo, thank you for this. I'm excited to get this done today. I'm excited to do this. I tell myself mentally what I'm excited what I get to do versus putting myself in the mindset of like, I have to. Exactly. So I do this thing where it's like, this is what keeps me like, all right, I'm excited. I get to do this today. I get to edit this. I get to do this. I get to shoot a podcast episode with my boy. I get to, and then once I do that, I go work out. I come back and rather I'll listen to a podcast or I do something to put me in a state of like, let me just get my brain going, my wheels turning. And I do that every day. And I've noticed that for me, it's been like a compound interest effect. So it's like week after week after week, I've noticed not only certain goals getting attained faster in what I want to do, but now I've seen growth in what I'm doing, So nonetheless, that's just kind of like a little bit of like what I feel like I've been really focusing on for myself on a weekly basis to keep myself sharp, full, and fulfilled.
I like that, bro. I think that's a great way to start your day. I think that's something that everybody should do. I think that's something that I'm gonna start doing because I think, me personally,
because you have a family, bro. So I don't know what your routine is. Like, how do you keep your?
So right now, the routine just on a daily routine is wake up, go to the gym, come home, and try to create. Like, try to think of ideas. Try to think of videos that I want to do or businesses that I want to think about starting or now stand up, like trying to come up with different jokes and trying to understand because I'm so new to stand. I'm fresh. Like I've only done it a few times. So like really learning the craft. And I think one thing that I do a lot is watch a bunch of videos on like, bro, it's so stupid. Like you look up videos how to do stand up. Like
I love that.
You know what I mean? Because it's like it's like there's
formulas.
Yeah, there's formulas. You have to learn the right. You got the premise, you got the setup, you got the punchline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't even know that. I mean, I knew it, but I didn't
like to
know
actually
it.
structure it consciously.
Like, exactly. Yeah. Like I knew what it was without knowing what it was. If that makes sense.
You've been doing it for years in your videos.
Yeah. So
but
like
now doing it.
Yeah, bro. Like learning, because I feel like a lot of times people will try to do stuff and they'll just think they could do it and just go do it. When it comes to stand up, like I want to be able to say like, oh, I understood that. I understood why he said that is because of like really understanding the craft, right? But yeah, bro. I think one thing me personally that I'm trying to start to do more is get closer to God.
I love that.
I come from a Christian family, so it's. For me, I've always been around church. Always been around my family taking us to church, and that's not, and I think that's something right now that my household is kind of working on, So from something as little as waking up and saying a quick prayer, bro, like, thank you for waking me up. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times I've noticed I'll wake up and think about what I have to do, not what I get to do, or I have to do this because this is coming up, or I have to do this because that's coming up. And when you do that, right off top, you're not even out of bed. You're already stressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think bro, even you just talking how you said that right now, like I felt like almost like motivated. Like the way you said that, like I get to do a podcast. Yeah. I get to edit. I don't have to. You know what I mean? So I think that's a great take on how you should start your day. You know, waking up and kind of like taking a moment. And one thing I do try to do is not go on my phone right away. I've seen multiple videos, too, bro. Like, because as soon as you wake up,
it's dopamine. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like one thing I'm trying to do, and one thing I actually was doing, I did it for like about a week and I just stopped, was waking up. I think I was like at 5 a.m. Standing up, chugging water, moving my body. Like she'll be sleeping. I'm just like, right? And then taking a cold shower, get to the gym by 6. I did that for like about a week. And it was cool. I liked it. But I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I could keep doing this. Yeah. Right? But it's like,
yeah, find what works for you. That might work for another person, but if something else works for you and you're better, you stick to that. You know what I'm saying?
I think also like not staying up late, you know, like trying to go to sleep earlier allows you to just have a better day the next day.
Yeah, it does.
You know? But I mean, I think to put myself in like a good mental space is I try to stick to a routine, bro. Because if I don't have a routine, like I just feel like I'm all over the place. Like I there's times where I don't have a routine and I want to do this, but then I get sidetracked by this, then by this, and by the time I know it is 8 p.m. and I haven't done shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I hate that. I hate when I feel like I wasted a day.
I've gone through that.
You know what I mean, bro? Like, and I just, thankfully I have Richey that's always down to do stuff, like whether it's shoot or something as little as go to Dick's Sporting Goods, bro, and walk around and look at stuff. Like sometimes you need to just go. Yeah. Walk, just not think about stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's dope. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to like.
You know why, bro? Because I it was one of those things. You know, you said you're like, man, you're in a 3-week period and you're trying to figure out why isn't this working out. When I had those periods for myself, I'm like, why do I feel so damn anxious? Like every day, I feel like I'm just like I'm anxious. Like I'll go from like excited the night before.
Like you're waiting for something or?
No, like almost like this thing where I'll be like, I got to get all this done today. Yeah. I have to finish all of this today. Yeah. And if I don't finish this all today, I didn't have a successful day. Yeah. Versus being like, no, just like when I'm editing, like get this done, do this. When you write, you're like, you're not gonna write a 60-page script in one night unless you're off some shit and you're just locked in. But
even
like,
then, it wouldn't be done because
you gotta go and rewrite. You know, so it's like I would find myself just being in like this phase of just being like, dude, why am I so anxious? And with conversations with my brother, my family, and close friends, and my girl, and I just need to remind myself that like you need to find joy in what you do in every day. You know, one of my other podcasts from my homie Billy Magson, who we did Roadhouse together, he said I use this analogy.
You did what? Huh? You did what?
I did Roadhouse.
Oh, with Jake Gyllenhaal
and Conor McGregor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Nice. Thank you for telling me that while there's a strike going on and I'm not doing shit.
No problem.
Go ahead.
Excited for it to come out.
No, yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, what else am I going to do? There's no audience.
Yeah, I know, right? Me neither.
Yeah. Yeah. So you podcast with...
Yeah, so anyways, fuck Oscar. Help me lost my train of thought. So what I was going to say is nonetheless, when I'm editing every day, when you're creating, when you're writing, whatever, I'll just kind of feel like this like anxious feeling. And I realized though, I was like, yo, for me to find joy, right? I need to stop chasing joy and follow the joy, right? And this was something that Billy Magson was saying on another podcast episode. He was like, I had used the analogy, I like to chase joy. He's like, yeah, but he's like, I think you should change that to you like to follow joy because when you're chasing something, it's almost like that butterfly effect. Like the more you chase after it, the more it's going to flutter away from you. Versus when you're following joy, it's almost like that feeling of I'm not comfortable, I'm content, and I'm going to allow these things to come to me versus me trying to chase after all the time. And I noticed that the joy started flowing a lot more in my life when I just started just being more like gracious in what I'm doing, like having like gratitude. Because I used to hate being like, oh, I got to do this today. I have to do this. I have to go work out. I'll be at the gym. I'm like, oh, I got to do this. And just like, it was leading to everything else. Now I'm like, I get to do this. I get to go do that. Oh, what do we got to do today? Oh, hey, let's go do that. Let's go get this done. And it's like I feel like everything comes in a lot easier and faster. So that's the only reason why I brought that up.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that's my problem right now, bro. It's just like my mind is doing a gajillion things at once, and it's like I can never. Even when I'm at the gym and I'm trying to work out, like I want to do this, so I'm like half-assing my workout because I'm thinking about this. Yeah, you know what I mean?
But it's being more present. And as an actor, bro, comedian, bro, that's something we have to practice.
Bro,
is present.
Yep, I say that all the time. I'm like,
that's why.
I try to like, and there was a moment, bro, where I had like, I've always said like, oh, I wonder why do people get anxiety? Like, why do they just breathe? Or just, you know what I mean? Just when I had my first like episode of like panic or anxiety, bro, like I was like, why am I getting this? Like, why is this happening? Right? And so one thing that I would practice because of it is I would practice being present. Like when I felt like I was going to start to panic or whatever, like I would like touch the chair. Okay, this is the chair, right? Like, all right, there's a tree right there. Okay, green. My son's right here. Or you know, like focus on things that are here, so that way, like my mind stops.
Think about the future.
Yeah,
that's what creates
that was
anxiety.
my problem, bro. I kept thinking about the future, and then, like I said, right now my household is trying to get closer to God. Like one thing, for whatever reason, I always think about, and I hate it, bro, is death. I hate it. Like I always think about death, and I'm just like, stop tripping on death, bro. Like just live your life. You know what I mean? And it's just like. I feel like I'm almost like I'm running out of time. It's weird, bro. Like I feel like I have to do it or else it's not gonna happen and or I'm gonna die before I get and well when I die, like is my family gonna be like, and it's just then I start tripping myself out. You know what I mean? And so like when I try to do a million things at once in my mind, like I haven't even left the fucking house yet.
Yeah, and
you know what
already
I mean?
Reached capacity.
Yeah, bro. And it's just like now my days like I feel like I'm behind and it hasn't even started. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that's something that I need to work on. So I do try to practice being more present. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I learned I'm realizing this too. I'm like, look, these are things that I feel like sometimes humans get this thing in their head of like, when I figure this out, this is how it's always gonna be. And I have to be real with myself to be like, anxiety or depression is something that never goes away because something you're gonna have to just learn how to balance and maintain your entire life because it's purely depression is the past of thinking, anxiety is the future of thinking. So if you're depressed because you're thinking about maybe things you could have did better in the past, you know, maybe you're beating yourself up, you're hard on yourself, you're a harsh critic, or in your situation, you're providing for a family, right? You're also not providing just for yourself, but for your family. So you're always like trying to be like that chess player, 6 moves ahead. Let me think like this. Let me make sure this is okay, cool. But there has to come a point where you gotta just, again, put the things down and just be here and be present and find that because again, there's a magic in thinking about your future. There's a magic in planning and creating ideas and things you want to do so you live a life of fulfillment and you're not regretting anything when you're older. You're not looking back and you're like, man, I wish I would have did this more with my wife or my kids or for myself or with my friends, you know? So I love that you and Ricky and Danny, you guys go everywhere together. Like that's like so beautiful, bro. Like I have friend groups that I used to have like that, but everybody's gone now. Everybody's like moved to different states or countries. So I find a lot of alone time with myself where it's like, I'm like, all right, well, this gives me time to focus on myself and be present. Nonetheless, again, I'm glad we're just having this conversation. I'm so glad that you also articulated where you feel on that and also how you're feeling about getting closer to God because that's what I feel like was bringing me more peace. But I feel like it's a relationship you have to continue to add energy to and build, you know, and not think like if things are going bad, let me give them attention.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then when things are going good, thank you.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I'll let you know when I need you. Yeah.
Yeah, it got to be the same as when things are going good. Got to be the same when things are like this. So you still have that relationship, that balance. You know.
Yeah, bro. I think for a long time it was kind of like I was okay. So I didn't really seek God. You know what I mean? And then when things would get tough, it's like, okay, let me come back. But now it's just more like. I wanna get closer. Like I'm a great person. Don't get me wrong. I am a good person.
I'm a fantastic.
I'm a great person. Right? Like I'm a good person. Like I don't put no one down. I help as many people as I can. I don't like whatever you consider a bad person. Like I'm not that. Right? At least I think so. Like I've never I'll see somebody whether it's I don't know, treating someone bad or doing some harm to someone for no reason. Like I've never done that. Or like I've never hit anybody with an angle so I can like screw them out of something. Like that's not me. But like I just feel like I'm trying to become a better person in the eyes of God. I'm it's so hard, bro. But I'm trying to stop cussing. Like I'm trying to stop having not negative thoughts, but like negative thoughts, not like self-harm thoughts, but like negative thoughts, like I don't know, like fuck that dude, or not that dude, but like or fuck that, or fuck, you know what I mean, like kind of like that, you know what I mean, like I'm trying to not have like bad thoughts towards something, or you know what I mean, or like, you know, every time, you know, sometimes you see a person doing something, right, and you could have a thought to yourself like, that sucks, right? Like I've caught myself like, oh no, that sucks, but then immediately be like, oh, but that's good for him. Like trying to, you know, because you're human, you're gonna see somebody do something, and if they're good at it, dope. If they're not, then you're gonna think they're not, but that's good. Like, you know, if you like it, you know, if it's what you like to do it, right? So that those are things that I'm working on, bro. Like that, and like I've even told myself, like I have never sat down and read a Bible. Never. Like my dad can quote the entire Bible.
Yeah, that's how
like,
my family is.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like my dad will be talking and something's happening, and then he'll just boom drop a verse. Right, like he's like,
just knows. And,
he's like the Lil Wayne of the Bible, bro. Just drop a verse, you know what I mean? Like, and so like, I think that's something that I've always said, like, oh, I want to be able to see something that's happening and kind of like correlate it to something over here. You know what I mean? So even that, bro, like doing that, and I mean, going to church is cool. I don't think you need to go to church to validate anything.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like it's cool. I like going to church because sometimes you want to hear the word or hear something that's being told, or maybe the topic of the day, something that you can relate to, and you just feel peace, right? Like, so I like going to church. I don't feel like you need to go to church, because if you don't, it's like, because that's just, you know, God is everywhere, bro. Like you could do it at home. You could do it.
I was just gonna say, I feel like I've made church an everyday thing for me, not just a thing I do on Sundays. And I do that by, so the podcasts I listen to, some of them are sermons. I listen to Joel Osteen. You know, when I wake up in the morning, when I get done my shower and all that stuff, something that I put on is a sermon. I feel like it's been hard for me too to try to sit there and read the Bible growing up too, because just the wording, the old school, thee, they, thy, you know, like the whole, just the way it's worded. But I feel like I'll always do better with like, quotes. I have apps that give me daily quotes. Oh yeah, like the Bible apps. Yeah. So I, as I read once of those a day, it will compound and compile, and then I'll start to pick things up nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I've noticed too, though, like I'm spiritual, I'm not religious, because I feel like religion is like, the way I look at religion is like everybody's on one big island, and then around that island there's a bunch of different tribes, and all those tribes are looking up to the same volcano, calling it different names. So you might call them God, you might call them Allah. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then they were all looking up to a source, and they all teach the same message of love. You look at everything, whatever. Okay, cool. So I pull from every spiritual practice and wherever it helps me connect to my source. But I feel like what's been helping me out a lot too, bro, is like I said, just making like an everyday thing. I'm making an everyday thing, bro, just to connect. And like, I treat like my relationship with like God and the universe like how I do with my family. Me and my dad, for example, how you and your wife have like your own banter, me and my dad have our own banter. But guess what? That's me and my dad's relationship. So if me and my dad cuss and laugh and shit like that, that's me and my dad's relationship. That's between me and him. And that's how I feel like with me and God, me and the universe. So I'm like, all right, I've tried to understand my relationship with them and be like, all right, when I do these things, this works. And when I do these things, it doesn't work. So the negative thoughts that you're talking about, I love that you're talking about, like, if a negative thought comes in your head, you automatically overcompensate it with a positive one, so it kind of cancels it out. Because it keeps you in that frequency, you know what I'm saying, which is dope, which is why it makes sense, why I feel like you naturally radiate that light. Like, you're a person that people want to talk to, want to, you know, they obviously, even if they don't know you, if they fuck with you, when they meet you in person, you could tell they're like, oh, this is a cool guy, I want to hang out with that guy. But that's like a lot of practice and a lot of like self-reflection and self-work and things behind the words that people don't see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nonetheless, man, just to kind of just get ready to wrap things up, I always like to ask this question, bro. For the kid that's out there right now, that's trying to build.
Give up. Just give up.
All right. So whatever you're doing, this is not working.
Bro, every time they ask me that on a question on a podcast, I always give up. Don't do it. Look at my eyes.
So for the kid,
look at my bags.
For the kid that's out there right now, bro, that's in the process of building his social media or building up this skill set for the craft that they're doing, what's the best advice and what's the worst advice you've heard?
The best advice, I mean, bro, one thing I always say is like, one of my favorite slogans is Nike's, bro. It's like, just do it, dog. Like, I'm so impulsive, bro. If I have an idea, I'm gonna do it. Like, I will do it.
Execute.
And I will at least start it. Because you never know. Like, you never, dog. Like, you could put out 100 videos, 100 podcasts, 100 songs, and nothing hits. But maybe I hear it. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. And I'm just hearing it. And then you come across, oh, what song is that? Like, I don't know. I just came across, like, oh, dope. Hey, check this out. And this guy knows this guy at this label. It's just, you never know, bro. You never know who's watching. You never know who's going to see it or come across whatever you're creating. So just go, bro. Like, don't let nobody tell you, even if they tell you suck, bro, like, don't let it bother you. Like, I had people tell me I sucked. I had people tell me,
and you're gonna suck in the beginning.
You're going to. It's gonna happen. You're not gonna come out the gates a star, bro. Yeah. Like, it's trial and error. I look back at stuff that I did years ago and I'm like, ugh,
cringe.
Yeah, like, that's horrible. You know what I mean?
I've looked at certain self tapes.
Yeah,
that I've had for certain roles. I was like,
why'd I say that? Why'd I do that?
Fuck, Dom.
Yeah, what kind of choice was that?
I could have did a much better choice.
Oh, yeah, bro. It's
the growth.
You're going to get better. That's why with, like, stand-up, bro, like, right now, I'm like, it's because I'm not used to sucking, Dom. You know what I mean? I'm not used to sucking. I'm good at everything I do, right? I'm great at it. So with stand-up, I'm like, you might suck at first. Yeah. And that's okay.
That's okay.
You know what I mean?
You have to be cool with that.
But no, bro, like, with stand-up, like, people could easily say, oh, he's much funnier in videos. Yeah. But I'm putting my toes in the water, bro. Yeah. So, like, I'm learning this. So, at first, maybe my timing won't be cool. Maybe, you know, whatever. It's just not working yet. Yeah. But it comes with it. Like, you'll get better. You know what I mean? So, just go, bro. Go. Get better. Learn. Yeah. YouTube, whatever you need to YouTube to help you learn. Like, bro, everything I've learned from editing to writing to acting to whatever, I've researched it on my own, teaching myself how to do it. You know,
I love that.
So I can edit a whole movie. Yeah. If I really wanted to, I can do a whole hour and a half. Right. I don't know how to color grade, but if I had to, I would learn how to color grade. If I had to learn how to do audio engineering for whatever, I would teach myself. So I don't have to depend on anybody. I always hated depending on people for
That's
stuff,
how
bro.
I am, bro.
I've always hated
podcast episodes. Like, when I look at my first, like, 3 episodes that I put out to the ones we're doing now, it's like such night and day. Yeah. But it's like, you got to go through the trials and tribulations. You got to figure it out. I had the same thing. I had to learn how, like, okay, how I do better color correction on this? Okay, how do I enhance the sound on this shit? Same thing. But it's
how
like,
do you get rid of background noise? Yeah. Like, all that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I learned because I didn't want to wait for anybody
else.
Ask people to do it for me, because I hate waiting on people.
Me too, bro.
Because they will put you on the back burner. So my advice to you, bro, or not to you, but to whoever's watching and you want to do whatever it is you're doing, do it 100%. Don't hold back. It might suck at first. It might not even be what you want it to be at first, but just go.
Put that shit out.
The worst thing that can happen is you're gonna be right where you are right now. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna
facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
You might hit a home run, you might pop out, you might ground. We play softball, so we have a game tomorrow. My bad, it's the baseball lingo. But I hit home runs. That's what I do on the field. You know what I mean? Softball.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Career-wise, I'm still trying to figure it out. So.
Yeah, you're not fast enough.
Yeah. Oh, okay, all right. I'll race you outside right now, Dominique.
You want to head start?
Ricky, please tell him how fast I am. You see my cast, dog. Come on.
Yeah, that's why it's gonna be moving too slow. You got too much weight to carry.
No, bro. Look at
much,
the cast. Look at
that's
the
too much muscle
What
mass
do you
to carry,
mean?
bro. I know you're short to the ground, but boy,
Oh, stop.
boy, I have you staring at the back of these shoes quick.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
All right, what's the worst advice? What's the
worst advice? The worst advice that I can give someone?
No, what's the worst advice you've heard?
Oh, that I've heard. I'm like, I don't give bad advice, bro. The worst advice I've heard is
you want me to give bad advice?
No, I don't even
Just
know.
say the meanest shit right now.
I don't even know how to give bad advice, dude. That's not in my repertoire. And she thinks it's so funny when I use like big words because she's like,
it's like one per day.
Yeah, like it's. I don't even know if I use that right, to be honest.
No repertoire.
Can we check that, Rick? Look, he's googling it right now. He's googling the word right now. He's like rep. He wrote reptar. Dang, I don't know, bro. I've never really heard. Not that I can think of bad advice. I mean, I guess me personally, maybe like stop doing what I'm doing. Maybe like don't.
I feel like you kind of mentioned it earlier, which is kind of like don't listen to the naysayers. And when you first start something,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah, don't do that.
Because naturally, I feel like there's a lot of dream killers out here, and there's very few light workers. And dream killers are the people that just weren't able to do it themselves, but they're projecting that energy onto you because they don't see the possibility.
Yeah, bro.
They failed and they quit, and they think that's just the
people's minds could be like this, and your mind could be like this. So when you have an idea that's out here, they can't think that far.
They can't comprehend it.
They can't comprehend it. It's impossible to them.
Yeah.
So for me to tell someone years ago, oh yeah, I want to do movies and TV. What? Bro, if you don't go to CSUN or Valley College and get yourself an AA and something, bro. Like,
bro, my AA ain't got me one job. Let me say that right now.
Bro, I went to college.
My degree has not got me one job in this industry because people don't care about degrees.
She's on her 3rd degree, my boy. She's on a new career path now. Like,
damn, girl.
It's crazy.
But she's not in entertainment, though. She's more like, where are you getting your degree in? Yeah.
Well, I ain't talking to Ricky.
It's definitely not Ricky.
No offense, Ricky. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dog.
Okay, they care about degrees in science.
No, baking science. She had a whole degree. They were still trying to pay her $15 at a fucking bakery, dog.
That sucks.
That's stupid.
That's so whack.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
So it's like getting degrees, bro. It's not, at least to me, like, I don't think school's for everyone. The one thing maybe I would consider still doing to this day is going to like a business school, understanding business. But even then, bro, people that are in the business were like, don't do that. Like,
bro, I graduated from LA Film School in 2013, and I'm probably one of the very few kids still even pursuing film out of my class.
It's crazy.
I'm like, why did you guys waste so much money to not even continue doing what you're doing? And at the same time, it's like, bro, like I said, my degree has never gotten anything, but the thing I was appreciative was just the connections and the network.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, I'm just super glad you're able to come in on today.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're able to showcase, you know, what it really takes to continue to keep innovating yourself, because comedy, acting, being an entertainer, it requires innovation. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you're able to patience. Everything,
yeah, bro. You need to be willing to, like, when people say if you're in it for the money, don't do it. Like, and I always hear that, and it's so true, bro. Because if you're in it for the money and not really to like get good at it or understand it or learn it, like you're gonna be like, screw this, I don't want to do this.
It took me a minute to fully understand that concept too, when it says not do things for the money, because I remember when you first book something big and you make that money, you're like, this is nice.
This is nice. Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
But you have to remember it was your skill set that got you in there.
Yeah.
And it's not the money. When you do things for money, what happens is you start chasing and you stop adding value, in my opinion, because then you move like out of pocket.
Yeah.
I feel like people chase things for money. Like, whenever I'm operating with somebody, I feel like they're money hungry. I can't fuck with them.
Start doing shady shit.
Hidden agendas, desperate. You know, it feels very malicious and doesn't feel like we're working together as a team versus like when it's like about the vision and about the creation. That's one thing I loved about your short film, bro. One thing I appreciate and admire about you is your work ethic, bro. Like, again, you shot for a week. I was there with 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
And that was so much fun. But it radiates from the person at the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've done projects with people where there's a top person and they don't bring the energy on set, and it's a pain in the ass to work. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to continue to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, bro. I really feel like you're paving the way for a lot of other creators, other entertainers, other actors, because your work and what you're doing is living proof on what can be done, and I want you to stay confident in that. So even if you do get comments like, oh man, this video saved my life, or yo, this like really added different, like stay confident in what you can do, because you add a lot of value, bro. Like comedy brings a lot of joy to the world, and in what you're doing, bro, it's not easy. So I just want to kind of give like my flowers to you for that and what you're doing, bro, because I feel like you're a real like example. But people just see this funny side all the time, but they don't see the back end. So I want to showcase this. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a man, you're a family man, bro. You're a man of accountability, and you're a man that, you know, looks out for the best in others, but knows the value they want to provide, bro. So nonetheless, man, thank you so much for coming on today, bro.
Appreciate you for having me, my boy.
Yes, sir. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? You want to mention before we close out? That you have coming out? You have anything working on?
Just a short film coming out.
Self-tape starring your boy?
Self-tape starring your boy, because I'm starring in it. What was it? I'm starring in it.
Your boy.
All right. He's
he's number one. You know,
he's like 7 on the call sheet. There's only 6 actors. That's the crazy part.
4, wasn't it?
You're like 7.
You put me 7.
You're like 7. Yeah, you're behind girl 5 for sure. Yeah.
I think I had you maybe 10th or 11th on mine too.
I don't even think I was on the call sheet. I think I saw the call sheet, and then I saw it written with a pencil.
You were on the call sheet.
Oh, okay.
I promise you were on the call sheet.
Yeah. Self-tape. That whenever that comes out, I don't even know. I don't know where that's gonna go. We'll see. But I'm excited for it. I think it's, from what I hear, the rough cut is like it's funny. Like it feels like a breath of fresh air. So
good.
Who knows? We'll see. What else? I got a few. Huh? Oh, stand up, yeah. I'm trying to do a show at the end of the year, so when I feel like I got a solid like 40 minutes, I'm gonna do that.
You do a Netflix special? What's up?
Nah.
Come on, give my boy Netflix. Give my boy Oscar Miranda, man. Stop fucking around.
Nah. Let me get like
stop fucking around, man.
Let me get a few years of like 2, 3, 4 years of like working it. Maybe then I'll be worthy of a special.
You definitely will be, bro.
And
I just want to be front row. I'm calling it now. You better save me a fucking ticket.
Front row? I'm roasting you for front row.
Oh, I will roast you too.
Nah, you ain't gonna have a mic. They can't hear you.
I will scream. I will bring a fucking
little megaphone.
Yeah, megaphone. Oscar Miranda.
That's about it, man.
I
think other than stuff that I'm working on, that's not even really it's a thing, but it's not a thing yet. So there's no point in mentioning it. But that's it for now.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. Hey, everybody, make sure to go follow my boy and keep tabs on Oscar Miranda across all socials.
Yes, sir. Yes, people.
And yeah, man. Again, this was another episode of the Inspire to Inspire podcast. I also want to give a massive shout out to our sponsor for today's episode, Mobile Pod. Mobile Pod, bro. They can literally set up anywhere, whenever, wherever. You could be in the desert. You could be in the forest. It could be your home. It could be in a hotel. It can be in Bakersfield. It could be on a private jet. Yeah. Mobile Pod can come out and set up cameras, light, and edit your podcast for you. I edit my own, but they can edit for you as well. So I just want to give a big shout out to Mobile Pod for taking care of your boy today. Make sure that I look good. Oscar looks okay.
I look all right.
You know,
you got 3 lights. I got 1 light bulb, so I don't know how.
What you think about Mobile Pod?
I like it. It's dope, bro. This is smart.
Right?
You guys trademark this?
Yeah, they trademarked it.
I'm gonna have to make a call real quick.
Y'all better go trademark that bitch later.
Make a call real quick. No, it's dope, bro. I really like this idea. It's smart. Like I never even, like they say it's like, well, of course, like duh, right? But it's I like it. It's
set up.
It's smart. I like it.
It's good. Well, hell yeah, y'all. That was another episode of the Inspire to Inspire podcast. Make sure to tune in weekly for episodes every Thursday. And I'm gonna catch y'all next week.
I'm
gonna catch y'all next week.
I'm gonna catch y'all.
No,
I'm your new host, Oscar Miranda. I'll catch you next week.
Oscar, I might bring him on as a co-host for one of the episodes.
I might let you watch this.
I get Kevin Hart on here. I might bring you on to Surf.
You want Kevin? I'll make a call right now. Hold on. You want Kevin Hart?
Yeah. You can call Kevin Hart.
I'll make a call. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Call Kevin. Call Kevin.
Call him right now.
FaceTime. Let's see if he's capping.
He didn't answer. All right. We'll see you guys next week.